so much fun. We bring you back. So we saw the reveal of the box in the press conference, but no one was holding it physically. So here it is. We're going to get nice and
Well,
close.
I want to point out, up until this point, we've been showing off this guy.
Yes.
So this is the
inside?
chip
Yes.
that is inside and that powers the console. And now, today, we revealed where the chip will sit inside of, and this is the Xbox One X. This is the smallest Xbox we have ever made.
I was going to say, I almost want to have a 1S so we can compare, but it's smaller than the 1S.
Yep.
And looks similar in design, which I think was part of the goal, Carl, right?
Yeah. So Carl and his team worked on the design, as you know, and I mean, clearly designer, not designer. So Carl, why don't you tell us a little bit about the team putting this together?
Yeah, so we've been working on this product. We're really proud of the work that's gone into it. It's truly been a collaboration to get it this size and 40% more powerful. So it's really crafted from the inside out. So it took design and engineers working super close together to make this happen. So.
Yeah, so let's talk about some of the elements and features of it here. Can we touch it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So first of all, controller, same controller?
Yeah, this is the same controller that was shipped with the Xbox S.
Okay.
Of course, it has Bluetooth inside and so forth, and the team has continued to refine it and just make it feel better, but it's essentially the same controller.
Okay, so let's maybe start on the
front. How's it feel?
Feels really good.
Yeah.
Love the bottom there. That's a cool texture to it. So let's start on the front here. Guys, what can you tell us about? So we've got a USB here, right?
Correct. It's got a USB port. It has the pairing button. It also has an IR blaster on the front there, and the eject button for the ODD slot, which is also 4K media.
Right. Okay. So games. And how? Tell me about. I always care about lights. So this lights up, does it?
It does. It does. It has. So the Xbox One S and the X are both designed to be a family of consoles. It's the first time we've ever done this from Xbox. And so when, if you did put them side by side, they do share a similar appearance.
Okay.
But they also share the same behavior. So just like when you turn this on versus the Xbox One S, they both have the sound, they have the same interaction. We use the same principles for accessibility and for people to use these products.
Very cool. This is quite the unboxing.
Now, the other thing that I want to point out is it's also, the ventilation is all on the sides and the back. And that's great if if you have a situation where you want to stack it.
Okay.
But in the Xbox One S, there's I think there's a fan grill here, right?
That's correct.
There's a fan grill. So the team worked completely, they completely rebuilt the inside and made it so that the air is pulled in on the sides and then exhaust out the back.
Very cool. Yeah. So let's talk about the back here. One thing that Aaron Greenberg mentioned is that all your plugs and everything from Xbox One S. Plug them right into this, right? Don't have to,
I actually want to tell the story. I've had, this is not the unit I've had, but I've had a unit at home for quite some time, for a few months.
Everyone was saying something. Majors had this at home for months?
Well, I've been testing it. The team has been testing it.
What happens when the cleaning lady comes over?
Well, it stays
covered up.
Yeah, exactly. But what happens is when you drop it into your entertainment center, your home, your office, you just go right down the back here and plug it one for one. So if you put the Xbox One S on the top, you can go click, 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 done.
Right.
There's also a small. If you look on the back here, does this one have a little dimple on the back?
It does.
Yeah, if you look on the back there, there's a dimple to tell you which HDMI port is out and in.
Yep.
So it's a small little tactile feedback, so that when you're, most entertainment centers, I know yours, Jeff, at your house, you got all that stuff in there. You've got every console known to mankind. So you're reaching behind and you're trying to plug things in. We want to make it easy.
Very cool. Yeah, HDMI in, out, 2 USBs, IR. And then audio, and then of course even the Ethernet.
Yeah, Ethernet.
Yep.
So
very cool. Yeah, and the thing that I do notice is the cooling on it on both sides here, and inside of this, I'm sure you guys will be showing it, but the engineering feat to get the insides to this size. Tell me, did you guys always know that you're gonna be able to make it this small?
Well, our aspiration was to get it as small as possible. So that's where we started piecing things together. We realized in order to cool that amount of power, we switched over to the new vapor chamber.
Yep.
And that actually enabled us to go to a different type of a system on the inside, which got us to that size.
Right.
So everybody, when we started piecing it together, designers and engineers, we started building these block models and form studies. And when we got to this size, everybody was feeling pretty good. Like, wow, this is not only the most powerful console, it's going to be the smallest one we've ever made.
Now, I said to Aaron Greenberg mistakenly that it was black. He said, well, you guys have a different name for the color. What is the name of the color of the console?
Right now we're calling it black.
Oh, okay. He was like, there's a special name.
We do have a special name. That'll be coming out later.
Okay.
But the history of
You're holding back the black.
I'm holding
things.
back.
Okay.
But the very first console we ever did, the original Xbox, was black as well.
Yep.
So we do have a history of this. We really wanted to make this special,
Yep.
and it is as powerful to gamers today as the original one is back then. So it's pretty.
The one thing I want to point out is you talked about the insides. Later this week, I'll be doing my daily show.
Yes, absolutely.
I have a video with one of our electrical engineers where he actually takes it major component by major component and assembles it right in front of me.
Oh, wow.
And it is fascinating to see
the insides,
the insides, not only the insides and all the components, how they work together, and the vapor cooling chamber, but just how little space there is in here.
I'm sure.
I mean, every piece, every millimeter is optimized.
And only one configuration right now?
That is correct. That is correct.
But there is something else nobody said today.
Yes.
Not only is it the smallest and the most powerful, I believe it's the densest console we've ever made. So like when you feel
there's
it.
so much in there,
Yeah, it's just so much. It's super packed in.
Wow. All right. And how big is the hard drive?
This one, which one do we have? I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
That's a great question. We've got the 1 terabyte is what we're shooting for.
Will there be multiple sizes? Just 1 terabyte of the main hard drive. Okay, so 1 terabyte hard drive.
Yep.
I think some fans have been asking on Twitter, they were hoping for an Elite controller as well. Any chance that there'll be more?
The Elite controller, which we announced a few years ago, has been tremendously popular. And I know the team is really pleased with the success, and I know that Phil is interested in seeing what we can do there, but he hasn't made any announcements. That's up to Phil. You know Phil, text him.
See if we can get an Elite controller. But yeah, no, I think obviously, as you said, it really does sit nicely compared to the 1S, and only one color right now, right?
That's correct.
That's correct.
The black. So you have the
it's
white 1S
Yep.
and the black 1X.
And I think you heard Aaron talk about it a little earlier, and of course Carl as well. It's the family of devices. When you sit them next to each other, and I think we had a graphic up a little bit earlier that shows them together, you can kind of see some of the design elements going through here. The grid here on the side is going to be very familiar for anybody that has an Xbox One S at home. Kind of this terrace design as well.
Yeah, what we're really trying to do is, so you'll notice on this one where we have the disk drive slot, it's sort of nestled in here under this overhang. So what it's doing is it's really creating a super clean and elegant form that's all about proportions. So when you put this at home in your entertainment system, it just feels like it's a powerful game console that's sophisticated.
A lot in there. And if I want to hook up my Kinect, I can still do that through the adapter?
Of course. Yeah, we've got the adapter. We've got all the USB ports in the back, of course. I know a lot of folks, Xbox, you can expand the storage with your external hard drives. I'll tell you one of the greatest things. I talked about bringing my unit home for testing, and it was great because I have all my games installed on an 8 terabyte external hard drive.
Right.
So when I brought my Xbox One X home, I dropped it in, plugged it in, signed into Xbox Live. Everything was there. Right. It was seconds.
Now, let me ask you about VR for it, which is something that I think people talked about. I don't think you guys have necessarily announced a lot about VR, but this will work with VR headsets down the road?
We talked a little bit about that last year, and we're not sharing any details today, but this is certainly a tremendously powerful piece of hardware.
Okay.
And that's the thing is that it's designed, we designed it to really drive the experiences that gamers are demanding.
Right. Okay. So if VR, we will be able to hook into it in some way.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, that's possible.
One day, Mage.
Possible.
We'll find out. All right. Well, Xbox One S coming out on November.
One X.
I'm sorry.
You
One
said
X.
The
S. X.
Well, I also want to point out S is we've got in the U.S. we've got a sale where you can get
$50 off. Right?
$50 off. Xbox One S $249.
Well, you want to kick 50 off this today? Maybe?
Well, that's not up to me.
I think last time you tried to take it home with you.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
So security. But yeah, so really excited. If you're looking at getting into the Xbox family, if you have an Xbox 360 and you want to upgrade it, this thing is gonna Xbox One S or Xbox One X. The entire Xbox family.
And then I know last year we had the S, we plugged it in because it was coming out, a couple weeks later. Is this an actual working unit or it's still a prototype?
This is.
This is working. Yeah.
Cool. So we'll see that over at the show.
Yeah, we don't have the power with us. we learned our
start
lesson
playing right
last
here.
year. Don't bring the power.
I know. I haven't seen the actual box yet.
Yeah, we don't. We do not have the actual box. We'll be unveiling that later on. We wanted to. This is actually the very first time. You are the very first person on your show to show this console off. Of course, we showed it during the briefing. To get their hands on it
Exactly.
and
show it to everyone.
feel the weight and the size
Right
you're the first person, so.
Well, thank you, Major. We really appreciate you guys
wanna do
coming
something
by.
we can for Jeff Keighley.
And it's great to see you. And we'll have your daily show that'll be happening throughout the week. So
Monday,
we'll check that
Tuesday,
out.
Wednesday, just fire up your Xbox One or over at mixer.com/Xbox.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you very much, guys. And this unboxing has been presented by the folks at Totino's Pizza Rolls. They're going to have a special partnership with Xbox that we'll be telling you more about in the weeks ahead. You can enter the Totino's sweepstakes for a chance to win your very own Xbox One console. The sweepstakes begins in October. No purchase is necessary, and you must be 18 years or older. The sweepstakes will end in April of 2018, and official rules, prize descriptions, and odds disclosure are coming soon, void where prohibited. Open to residents of the 50 United States